No, we're getting an update now from Zach Anders, our Middle East correspondent in Tel Aviv. Zach?
Hey, Mark, we have just emerged there from that latest round of sirens. No impacts, no apparent widespread attack. This was, by all accounts, a small batch, probably less than 10. We only saw in the central part of Israel, the Tel Aviv area, only one outgoing interceptor. Right now we have from the emergency ambulance service in Israel, no reports of casualties or reports of direct hits. This is remarkable, what we are seeing play out here in real time. I should say that the missile fire that we've noted throughout the early morning hours in Bahrain, in the UAE, in Qatar, considerable, but that was to be expected. What we expected here were large-scale saturation attacks, is what they're called. Dozens of missiles at a time targeting one pinpoint specific area makes it very hard to be able to intercept everything. We have not seen that yet, and the Israelis are telling us, as they're sending us additional video of these attacks from their jets, that they are taking out the mobile missile launchers that is undercutting the regime's ability to even fire these missiles. My expectation through everybody that we had talked to before, in the run-up to this conflict, was that if we were to see a large saturation attack, it would be at the very beginning, before the U.S. and the Israeli Air Forces could take down all of those ballistic missile launchers. They thought before the war roughly about 500 of them in operation. And we see them being struck down, those mobile missile launchers, probably in the ballpark of, 2 to 3 of those mobile missile launchers have been destroyed, I'd say every 30 minutes, based on how they're paired together, how the Israeli Air Force has told me that they can conduct these strikes targeting those ballistic missile launchers all throughout the country. And, of course, the intelligence operations that last for months to be able to know where those mobile missile launchers are. So the main conclusion that we have right now, as it is now 3:07 here in Tel Aviv, and the attacks on Iran, the joint attacks from the U.S. and Israel began about 8 hours ago, 8+ hours ago now, is the fact that there has not been not a single large attack from these ballistic missiles here into Israel. And there is not any severe damage. There is one lone casualty from some shrapnel to a man in his 50s in the north of Israel. But again, guys, just so remarkable that we're watching this play out. It potentially speaks to the early success of this campaign, that at this point it is nothing like the 12-day war in June, when Israel went in alone in those opening days, and they were tasked with all sorts of targets on their list, and the ballistic missiles were there, but they did not have the sizable Air Force, like a joint campaign with the U.S. and the hundreds of jets that they've had redeployed into the area. The Israelis during the 12-day war, they just couldn't take out all those ballistic missile launchers in the opening bell, and that's why the first attack from Iran, we had more than 100 ballistic missiles, several impacts in Tel Aviv. This time, nothing, guys. It is clear skies relatively and calm on the streets here in Tel Aviv.
Well, that is some important news, and what we do like to hear at times like this. Zach Anders, live for us on the ground in Tel Aviv. Thank you very much for that update.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is NEWSMAX. It's real news for real people.